Dear student, welcome back to my new video. Now we are starting the new chapter, Plant Kingdom. In the last chapter we have discussed about uh, biological classification, in which there was kingdom Plantae, but in that we have not discussed it elaborately. Now we will elaborate that kingdom, plant kingdom, in which we are going to study about alga, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, angiosperms, and alternation of generation. So these are the main things which we are going to discuss. So now we will start with alga. Alga are what we have studied earlier, are autotrophics that can make their own food, that lives in moist places and also are in moist places and in the water, sea, ocean, fresh waters. So we can write about this. These are chlorophyll bearing, simple thalloid autotrophic and largely aquatic. So what we say that alga, it is chlorophyll bearing, simple, thalloid, autotrophic and largely aquatic, means it can live in both fresh and marine water, that is in fresh and marine water. So this is about what we say the characters of alga. It has different forms. Some of them also associate with fungi and also with animals, that is sloth, bear. Its form and size is highly variable. That is, it may change anytime. It are filamentous alga ranging from colonial forms like volvox and filamentous. It is colonial volvox and filamentous, that is Elothrix, Spirogera. So alga, it is of different form and sizes, and it is highly variable. Colonial form comes, example is volvox, and filamentous form it is Elothrix and Spirogera. Its reproduction is sexual, asexual, as well as vegetative. Production. It is vegetative, it is asexual, sexual, and vegetative. So it has all the form of reproduction, that is asexual, sexual and vegetative. So we can say that each fragment develops into a thallus. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. It is by fragmentation, in which each fragment develops into a thallus. Is by fragmentation, in which each fragment develops into thallus. So in this we find that when it is fragmented, if part is divided into separated, each part develops into a thallus, that it grows like an alga, each part. And in asexual reproduction, in asexual, that spores, different types of spores forms. Spores of different type. In asexual, there is spores of different types comes commonly called as zoospores. Zoospores, which are flagellated and on germination give rise to new plants. In this, spores are flagellated and give rise to new plant. So in this asexual, we find the spores of different types are there, which are flagellated and give rise to a new plant. And example are zoospores. And now the sexual reproduction takes place through fusion of two gametes. In this, fusion of two gametes. So in this, there is fusion of two gametes. So in alga, there is reproduction is all the three types, that is asexual, sexual and vegetative. In asexual, the spores of different types that are flagellated and give rise to a new plant. For example, that are zoospores. In sexual, there is the fusion of two gametes. So in this, these gametes can be flagellated, or we will discuss this sexual reproduction in detail. We are rubbing this asexual and vegetative. In sexual fusion of two gametes. These gametes can be flagellated and similar in size. These gametes can be flagellated and similar in size. For example, that is Eulothrix. Example, Eulothrix. In this, they are non-flagellated but similar in size. This is flagellated, non-flagellated and similar in size. They are Spirogera, as in Spirogera. We find this such that are similar in size, that one is flagellated, one is non-flagellated, but has similar in size, that this is called isogamous. So there are three types: isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. In isogamous, similar in size, while in anisogamous, fusion of two gametes dissimilar. Dissimilar, that is dissimilar in size. It is called as anisogamous. And when fusion between the one large female gametes and a smaller male gametes, when large female gamete fuses with small male gametes, called as oogamous. Example, Volvox. So in this we find that in reproduction, in sexual reproduction, is three types: isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. Isogamous means similar in size, anisogamous dissimilar in size, oogamous large female gamete fuses with small male gametes. So you must be now clear about what happens in sexual reproduction. There is a fusion of two gametes, that is similar in size, it is called as isogamous. Dissimilar in size, it is called as anisogamous. When it is a large female gamete fuses with small male gametes, that is oogamous. So this is about the production in alga of all the three types: sexual, asexual, and vegetative. So you may understand this one. Further, alga is of different types. This is further divided into three types, and in this there are many algas we will find which is very beneficial in life also. So here we find that there is marine alga, as well as which we find the fresh alga and marine alga. There is one which is very beneficial for us, that is alga, which is agar, 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 which is used in ice cream, making of ice cream and making of jellies. So one alga agar, it's an alga which is used in making ice cream, ice creams and jellies. So one alga is there that is used in making ice creams and jellies, and this agar is obtained from Giladium and Gracilia. agar one of the commercial product obtained from Giladium and Gracilia. Gelidium and Gracilaria. So this is how we are discussing about this alga, which are further been divided into, this has been divided into three parts, that is chlorophycia, second is physia, third is rhodophysia. So alga, it is of three different types, which we will be discussing: chlorophysia, phaecophysia and rhodophysia. And this will continue in next class. So thank you for watching this, and we will meet in the next. Thank you very much.